Welcome to Marketplace with Charles. Marketplace is brought to you by Art of Skin Care, the company that brings out the beauty in you, and Kuisa Lodge, where dreams do come true. From deep in the heart of Mabalingo Nature Reserve, as well as Grace Farms, your #1 daily fresh produce. I am Charles Ngobeni, wishing all of you a happy and a prosperous new year. On Marketplace, we redefine your future by equipping you with tools that you need to achieve your entrepreneurial dreams. Each week we bring you insight from experts in different fields of business, from wise men and women of great stature. Our guest today is a pastor, he's a founder of a success club, he's an inspirational speaker, he's an author of note. Well, today marks the 8th day into the new year. There is too much apprehension in the air, with many people not sure of what this year has in for them. But is it up to the year to decide what it has in store for you, or is it up to you? Does any man or government have any power to decide what your life should look like in 2021? My guest today will help us connect with your destiny. Well, welcome, Dr. Change.
Happy New Year. I'm so excited about life, and I'm very much excited about 2021. Yeah.
Are you also excited that 2020 is over?
Yeah, I'm excited that 2020 is over, and I'm so worried that we couldn't finish it up earlier, especially the ugly part of it. Yeah.
What do you mean about the ugly part of it?
The ugly part of it, I mean the outbreaks, the loss of life. We've lost a lot of people, friends, relatives, neighbors, colleagues. We lost them to COVID-19. It's a pity that men, wise as we are, religious as we are, powerful as we are, we took a long time to rise up above COVID-19 and break its neck upon humanity. That is why I say we took our time not to rise up and do something in that year, especially as far as COVID-19.
Dr. Change, you spoke about 2020 and 2021 and are looking forward to the great 2021.
Yeah.
Take us through that.
Allow me to explain a little bit about how years are formed.
Yes.
Because it is very, very important. It's recorded in the book of Genesis that God commanded that let there be lights in the firmament, and then let them be for seasons, for times, for days, and for years. Let them be for years. So, on that note, I want people to understand that years are designed by God, but are made by man. Designed by God in this fashion, that the earth has to travel from its one point around the sun. And that trip around the sun takes 365 days. And it makes the earth. And now, it makes the year. Now, the year will always start there as the earth moves around the sun, over and over again. It keeps on repeating itself like that. But those 365 days makes a year. It is designed by God. But the years are made by man.
Okay.
It is designed by God to give man, every living being on planet Earth, not only man, but even animals, insects and everything, and plants, an opportunity, a new beginning, a chance. And when every time I think of that the earth is moving around the sun for me, and is doing it for man. It's giving the opportunity to man. And every time it starts that journey, it's still saying to man, you can start again. You can begin again. You cannot just give up on yourself. You can grow. You can, it is working for man. That is why when God finished creating planet Earth and the universe, and he looked at it and said, it is perfect. And it is working. Working for who? For man. And therefore, man, the king, I'm sorry to say the God of planet Earth, can come in and rule over planet Earth and live life and enjoy himself every day, every month, every season, and every year, even 2021. And it is a gift to all. No one get less, no one get more. It's a gift to all. And those who are brilliant, they take advantage of it and change their lives. But those who are wise, they change the world. They change the world. They take it, advantage of it, and change the world. But the opportunity and the gift is given to us all. Years are made by men. You will remember that when Israel came out of Egypt, God said, you are going to have a Passover on this particular day. And then he said to them, to you, this day and this month will be the beginning of a year. To Israel, it was to be a beginning, which simply means that all of us can do something with 2021 and make it a beginning of great things in our lives and rise up and become the best of what we can ever be. To you, Hebrews, this day, this month, will be the beginning of beginnings. So that is why I'm excited. And I'm excited to be here to tell the world that don't sit down and expect the government, United Nations, African Union, or whoever to do something about your year. This is your gift. This is your time. This is, and you determine who you want to be, what you want to be in that year. It's not God in heaven. You see, the good thing about God is that when he made us, he took pen and paper and put it inside of us so that we can sit down on our own and write down on the tablet of life who we want to be.
Wait a minute. You say it is not God who determines.
Yeah.
Because all along, just like any other person, I thought my destiny is controlled by God.
I pity. I'm sorry to say I'm emotional. If I cry, forget about it. I feel for Christians because this January, they are busy fasting and praying. And they are saying to God, take my year into your hands. And yet God is saying, I'm giving you 2021 for you to do with it whatever you want out of it. Mm. And the Christian, Pentecostally, charismatically, word of faithically and revivalistically speaking, Catholically speaking, he thinks he's doing God a favor by saying to God, I'm giving you my year. Hold it the way you want. Manage it the way you want. It's not God's business to manage your year. To prove it, it was not God's business to manage the Garden of Eden after he put Adam and Eve in it. Adam and Eve had to manage it according to the power and the dictates of their heart and minds.
Are you saying my success is my own making as much as my failures?
Yes, it is even more than that. It is our own making. It is our own making. When you hear me saying I'm excited, it's because at 64, I don't know why they didn't tell me that it is in my power to sit down and write who I want to be and what I want to be. You know, I fasted for 40 days. And I traveled preaching. I changed millions of people. And when I tell people it's nothing, they say, but you worked. It's nothing according to my own personal judgment with regard to the revelation knowledge I have. So failure and success is our own making. For your information, why is it that when the devil arrived at the Garden of Eden, the serpent, why didn't he fight Adam and Eve like this? You know why? Because the devil cannot defeat man. Never. No ways. The devil is afraid of man. The devil cannot beat man. The devil cannot defeat man at any given time. The only thing that he does is to deceive man, like he has done with the church, deceiving the church, to take everything that God has given them to manage, to rule. Didn't God say, rule over planet Earth? Why do you take planet Earth and take the year and give it back to God? And God says, have dominion over it. Subdue it, replenish it. And when you say, religiously speaking, Mudimuaka, oh my God, I'm giving you my 2021. And God is saying to you, and can you imagine this? He said to one man, have dominion over planet Earth. One man, a single man, has got capacity and potential and power to rule over the whole planet Earth. The whole planet, one man. And here you are, you take this little thing called year and say, God, take charge over my year. Years are designed by God for man, but they are made by man. How 2021 will be is not made in heaven, it's made in your heart and mind. If you do nothing exactly as you are, and you were in 2021, so will you be, or it will even be worse in 2021. As you were in 2020, so will you be in 2021.
Well, on that note, I think I need to take a break.
Okay, thanks.
This is too much for me. Viewers out there, don't change the dial. Welcome to Marketplace with Charles. I'm still sitting here with Dr. Change, the great prophet, Dr. Philip Gezani Hlungwani. Dr. Change, the bones are waiting for your pronouncement in 2021. Take us through that.
I said on Christmas Day that the birth of Christ stopped the calendar. I love that. And that means that every bit of person who's listening, and those that are born and those who are dead, and those who will be born, have got power to stop the calendar of their lives and start anew. That is why you see, you cannot go into 2021 carrying the baggage of who you are or who you were in 2020 with you and still define yourself by 2020. In fact, if you survived 2020, you are more than a conqueror. You should stand on the carcass of death and celebrate and look up into 2021 and say, if I fought and overcame the worst in 2020, what next? Who is Goliath? If I managed to go through COVID-19, who is Goliath? Who is poverty? Who is sickness? Who is failure? 2021 is made by man. And those who will make it, they'll be on top of the mountain of 2021 by the end of the year. But those who are waiting for God to come and still mold their 2021, which is already done, by the end of 2021, they will either be the same or 100 steps backward into 2020 or underground. I'm preparing for another 56 years of life on planet Earth. I don't care who says what. I'm not religious. I'm not Pentecostal. I'm not Moses. You see, if you follow Moses, you die at 70 and 80. But if you follow God in Genesis 6:3, you live above 120. Yes. And Professor Mkhokong told me face to face, he said, Hlungwani, I want to live for 200 years. And I said, but I didn't even want to ask his religious connections because he was better than me. And I said to myself, what? And he said to me, do you know why we die? We die because we allow our bodies to degenerate. The same with the year. We allow the year to take control, to give us what it has. Capture the year to give us what it has. I'm not waiting for 2021 to give me what it has. I'm going to tell 2021 who I am and what I have and what I am and what I want out of it. If it doesn't have it, I will create it.
The other time you said, when you continue to do what you were doing in the year past, you'll achieve the same results.
Yes.
Why is it like that?
Because like produces like. Like produces like. If you do the same thing, it will give you what it gave you yesterday or nothing. You're going nowhere. That is why I'm saying I have a solution for man's greatest challenges, which is health and long life and money. I have it. I can boldly stand up and tell the world there's no need for poverty because I'm moving forward. I'm moving forward, and I've discovered that what God has given me through Christ is available for me right here and right now. And hey, I have all the tools, and you have all the tools. I'll mention it maybe before we close. All the tools that every one of us need to make 2021 the best year ever in your life. We have it.
But in doing that, do we really have to put the first things first?
Yes, depending on what we mean. Very yes. Mm-hmm. Yes.
And what will be the first thing in your understanding?
In my understanding, the kingdom. Man has got some amount of power alone, which is inherent in him. But without God, man is limited. So if I say that, to me, one of the first things first will be seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these other things will be added unto you. To receive Christ, to have Christ as your Lord and your Savior, and then from there move on. You can go anywhere as far as life is concerned, you know. And then if I were to say what I reserved here for the better part of what I'm saying, is that you have to offload 2020 with all its baggage and even your past failures and leave it behind. Understand that, this is very important, understand that every person has got tools, built-in tools, put in him by God to make him the best in life. And the tools are, number one, the heart. I call them the three musketeers. The heart, the mind, and the tongue. They're not just here for you to eat and the like. No, the three musketeers, as I call them, are here to change your life, to help you create, to help you move on, to help you take dominion over 2021, to help you subdue it, to help you become what you want to be, to help you do what you want to do in life. As long as you can make use of your heart. Do you know that in Kenya, if you lose your mind, if you're mentally disturbed, they don't count you in the census?
Is it?
Because you cannot exercise your mind to make choices. You are non-existent. Now, if you have the mind, wow, you've got everything. You can choose what to do with 2021.
Talking about the mind, can we briefly talk about the vision?
We can briefly talk about the vision. Why? Because without a vision, you're going nowhere. Man has got the ability to see even without his eyeballs. That is where we use the mind. And what you want to be, what you want to do, and what you want to have, you must be able to envision, to see with your mind. And that we call the vision. You must hold it in your mind and play with it in your mind. You must stick to it like glue to paper and stick to it like welding to steel, because that is who you are. If you don't have that vision, you don't have 2021. You don't have the future. And that is why, you know, as a person entering into 2021, you must have goals. You must set up your goals and pursue them. Set up goals and pursue them. Like now, I've got goals. I was not surprised when you called me here. It's part of my vision. Yeah, I was not surprised. I'm supposed to go to Durban and attend a big meeting there. I'm not surprised because I was not part of it. But I was part of it. Here, upstairs. It's part of it's me unfolding. It's me unfolding. It's a vision. So you must have that vision. Play with that vision. Handle that vision in your mind. And build that vision. And make it so strong that nothing on planet Earth will take it out of your mind.
And your closing remarks?
My closing remarks is that 2021 will only be painted in the colors of the decisions that you make in your mind and the words that you speak with your mouth on a day-to-day basis. Never let 2021 rule over you. You are king, you are Lord, and hey, you are God over 2021. It is your kingdom. Thank you.
Well, viewers out there you have it. Something is seeable before believable. Believable before achievable. Everything that you see here on earth is created twice. First, it's created in your mind. Secondly, then it's created in your reality. You have an opportunity to create your own destiny in 2021. That was my great guest, Dr. Philip Gezani Hlungwani, who graced our studios. With me, Charles Ngobeni. Thank you for watching Marketplace with Charles, brought to you by Art of Skin Care, Kuisa Lodge, and Grace Farms. Special thanks to Dr. Kone of Smiles to Wow for the insertion of active aligners to enhance our beautiful smiles, as well as Michaud for our great wardrobe. Let us meet again next week in the same place, same time for another power-packed episode. You may want to watch a review repeat of this program at the time of your own leisure on YouTube, Charles Ngobeni. I assure you, you will not regret that you have done that. But do remember, you can also get in touch with me on charlesngobeni.com. You may want to follow me on Instagram, Charles_Ngobeni, or even like me on Facebook, Charles Ngobeni. See you next time, same place. God bless you.
This is Dr. Abraham S. Raj extending an invitation from our free Bible school, KBSM, and I want to encourage you to come and train, equip, activate, and be released into the ministry. We take you all the way from believer to leadership level to ministry level. Do you believe you have a calling? Then we have the answer to usher you into your destiny. Remember, our material and our broadcasts are available all over the world. We are fully correspondent and have several international students. So why waste any further time? Contact us today as we train you into that next level of your ministry. Remember, we are free. Bless you. See you at one of our campuses.